Hi, it's Alice. I am here with a market update for the May 2022 Victoria Real Estate Board market stats. So it's been a while since I've done a video update, and I've taken on quite a few new clients that I haven't actually sat down with in person, and also there's a lot of buyers that I've been working with out there. Hello. that we need to update, and things are changing in the market. So I just wanted to take some time and go through the market stats and explain the info package that I'm sending you. I've been sending them to most of you every month. Hopefully you're reading them. I know sometimes the stats can be a little bit of, gobbledygook or hard to interpret. So yeah, I just want to do a quick update. And I apologize, this is on Zoom. This is the best I can do right now. It's been a busy day, so doing my thing. So anyways, yes, hello. If you haven't met me before, but you're a client searching for properties or thinking of selling, hello, I'm Alice. So what I'm going to do is go through the stats and quickly explain what the market has done in this past month. And then I'm just going to share my thoughts on my experiences in the market working with buyers and sellers. So I'm going to share my screen. Forgive me, I'm not a Zoom master. Ah, yes. Okay. Here we go. Just gonna make myself a bit bigger. Da, da, da. All right, so for May 2022, get out of the way, Alice. So this is May 2022. So these are the basic stats that just give you a general idea of what's gone on. So I'm just going to briefly touch on these. So in May, the sales were 761 properties got sold, essentially. Last May, there were 1,049 properties that sold. So you can see the properties sold this month have taken quite a drop year over year. So you can kind of feel it. It's definitely slowing down a bit. It's to be expected. I'm sure you all have been following the interest rates. It's in the news all the time. It's very dramatic, so the news loves to cover it. But yeah, the interest rates have been going up since March, and it's really starting to show. To be honest, it's been showing since March, but it's really becoming evident now. So this is what we're dealing with. Anyways, new listings. We've had a good amount of listings coming to the market. So we've had 1,531 new listings come to market in May. And last year that was 1,333. So it's obviously picking up, if it's my best guess, is because people are realizing that the top of the market was probably February at best, and it's been downward since March, early March. And so they're listing because, a lot of people try and time the market and they want to get the best absolute price. Naturally, it makes sense. So now they're seeing this kind of downward sloping motion. People are starting to list. Yeah, so that's new listings. Active listings are the listings that are sitting on the market, the inventory. We had really low inventory in January, February. Got weird hair going on here. In January, February, we had historically low inventory. It was so low, there's basically nothing to pick if you were buying. It was just ridiculously low. So it's starting to build back up. In a normal market, like if it was, years ago and it was totally balanced, you'd see even up to 4,000 listings on the market, and there'd be lots to choose from. So right now it's still low, but it's better than it was, which is, thank God, yes. And you can see May 2021, that was 1,450 for active listings. So that's the basic market update there. The VREB statistics are the ones that I'm sending you. I'm sending you the full package in case you want to nerd out and go through all the little nitty gritty. I'm that type of person, so yeah, I'm sending it to you like that. So this essentially, the first page goes over what I just talked about, but I do recommend you read it because it gives a snapshot. It gives you an idea of what's going on from the board's perspective, which is great. So this is kind of what I want to draw your attention to and talk about. So we're starting to see reductions in the number of units sold. So I'm going to zoom in even more. Okay, so single family homes in Greater Victoria, there's 351 units sold. That's down since last month, 10.7%, and since last year, 32%. So 32% less homes sold this May than last May. So that's quite a drop. It's kind of, you can sense the gridlock. Things are still selling, but it's just slowing down. The average price for a single family home in Victoria is right around 1.4 million. And versus last month, that's gone down 2.1%. So that's not common to see in our stats. That's really unusual. I mean, if you're looking since like 2016, 2017, like it's just been an upward trajectory, and it's been very rare to see the numbers actually in the negative. But considering that the prices skyrocketed last year, like 30% in most areas, I think it's predictable that it was going to level off and at least come down a little bit. You know, I don't know that I would predict a crash like we're going to see early 2000s pricing, but definitely might cool back down to a mid-level, you know, maybe early 2021 pricing. You know, I know a lot of you are hoping for a big crash. I kind of am too. I like a balanced market, but I'm just trying to be realistic. So yeah. Anyways, so that continues on through condos. So again, condos, 4.6% less units were sold over last year, versus this year in May, 23.1% less units sold. And again, the prices of condos have come down 1.7% since last month. You can see the prices are still up since last year because, as I said, the upward trajectory, it was just so crazy, the gains that we saw, but yeah, it's definitely leveling off. So anyways, I will leave that with you to go through in detail if you're interested in manufactureds or row and townhomes, but that's that. So these are the benchmark prices if you're watching these. So Greater Victoria, the single family homes are right at, I would just call that 1.3 million. Last year they were at basically 1 million. So fun times. Single family core is 1.4. West Shore homes are right around 1.15. That's pretty consistent to what I'm seeing. So I feel like these are pretty accurate. And you can see last year on the West Shore, the single family homes were rolling around 8.5. So yeah, they've had some pretty big gains. And in the peninsula, you're 1.35, and they were just over 1 million last year. I know some of you are sitting there being sickened by the prices. I know, guys. Just hang on. Core apartment Victoria is 6.22. Last year they were 489.9. Some of you are really happy, right? I know some of you have condos that you want to sell, and I know that the prices are on either just a flattening or a decline slightly. But let's not forget that your condo last year, like just using these metrics, would have sold for 489.9, and now we're at 622. So I mean, you're still getting a really good sale price if you sold now, just not the top of the market, and there's nothing you can do about that. It is what it is. C'est la vie. Anyways, and row and townhomes, yeah, these are pretty consistent. Most of townhomes out in Victoria, they're about 8.5. Right downtown core, just about 9, and on the West Shore, a lot of them are in the high 7s. So this is accurate, and you can see the last year's numbers were much lower. And this graph is a good one to look at if you want to get a sense of what's going on in the market, and this just further illustrates what's going on. So the line here shows the sales that are occurring, and the bars are showing the active listings. So you can see we're coming up right here. See, this was like really low inventory right here. Like there was so little inventory, and it's kind of been creeping up since. But you see this spike? This is where we are right now. And these are the sales. So this stuff is not selling, and it's sitting on the market. So if you look back to May 2021, you can see there's just that much instead of that much still remaining. So that means these properties are listing, but they're not selling. And you see how much higher the sales were last May versus this May. So yeah, good news for buyers, bad news for sellers. But, you know, to be fair to you sellers, you know, you can still sell pretty well if you're pricing pretty well on the nose, but it's just not bidding wars anymore, right? And we need balance in the market. It needs to be fair for both sides. So, you know, a lot of my buyers last year took a pretty big beating and just ended up sitting it out. So, yeah, it'll be nice to see some kind of sanity return to the market. And sales to active listings ratio, there's that as well. I prefer the one up here. And I will just point out one more thing. This is HPI. You can look into that if you like. This is more if you are one of my clients who's looking in a specific area. So you can look at Esquimalt benchmark prices, or View Royal, or Saanich East. And these feel pretty accurate. And it shows the prices from 3 months ago, from 1 month ago, 12 months ago, 3 years ago. If you want to really hurt yourself and be depressed, you can look at 5 years ago, which is kind of sad. But that's where we're at. So yeah, that gives you a more specific look at things that you're interested in. Or if you're selling and you want to see what the averages are, they're all here for you. So I like to send the full report because you can really get into it. So yeah, I'm just scrolling through. Boop, boop, boop. So that's that. I'm not going to go too much more into it because I don't want this to be too long. I'm sure it's already too long. But I guess my general thing that I would say is my day-to-day experience with the market right now, helping buyers and sellers. Let's start from the seller's perspective. If you're selling a property, the thing to do, don't list it if it's not ready to be listed. Like, don't list it with... you know, if you want to get it right on the market right now, like, get the professional photos taken. Take the time to actually, like, clean it up, declutter it, take your photos out, just do a bit of staging. Like, you don't have to do expensive stuff to it, but make sure that your property is ready to go and it's in its best light possible, because the buyers right now, I'm telling you, they're fickle. As I said, they've been kicked for the past year. They've been subject to bidding wars, and they've just had no grace. So people are fed up. They're still buying, but they're being picky now, and a lot of buyers are scared that the prices could come down further, and so they're a bit squirrely. And a lot of sellers right now, which I'm warning, don't be like this, is a lot of sellers are stuck in last year's mode. So they want bidding wars, they want the highest price possible, and I totally get it. If I was selling my house, I'd want the highest price possible as well. But the buyers are done with that. The market is shifted, so you want to stay right on top of that. So if you're pricing, please, for the love of God, do not overprice. If you're not working with me and you're just taking this video online and just watching it, listen to your real estate agent. 9 times out of 10, if a seller prices the property, it's normally going to sit because the seller is more emotional about the pricing. So if I'm working with you and I'm pricing something, I'm giving you the price that I think it will sell. It will actually move. So if your realtor is saying it's overpriced, you're putting yourself at a lot of risk, because the trouble is, if in this market, if you're overpriced and it sits, you cannot open house your way out of it. You can't Facebook ad your way out of it. No Instagram post is going to get you out of an overpriced listing. You're going to be slashing your price. And the longer it sits on the market, the more low balls you're going to accept, basically. They're just going to be throwing them at you, and that's going to be the reality. Subject free offers are they're happening on properties that are really, really popular, like really choice properties. But a lot of properties I'm seeing, there's room for subjects on almost all of them, and room for negotiation on the price. So yeah, if you're a seller, just come to the table with realistic expectations, and please just remember, the prices of your properties have gone up 30% since last year, most likely. Maybe not in some properties, but in a lot of them they have. So just realize you're still getting an amazing price for your property, and let's just try and make the deal fair for both sides. Put your best foot forward, and yeah, get the right buyer. Just don't fuss around with trying to trick people into buying an overpriced listing, because I guarantee you everybody's coming with their own agent, and their own agents are going to look at the same comparables that your listing agent is looking at, and we're not tricking anybody. So that's that for that. On the buying side, yeah, if you have been working with me for a while, Tam, I'm talking to you. No, there's a few more of you, but if you've been running searches for a while and they haven't been updated, please contact me, or well, I've bugged a few of you, but when you're ready, contact me, because what we need to do is adjust your searches, because we price downwards to account for, you know, if you're looking at $8.99 and you're willing to spend 1.2, now the properties listing for $8.99 are actually more selling for $8.99. So if you want to adjust your search, you might actually get something better for how much you're willing to spend, or you might just stick with the lower price properties. I'm totally cool with that. I'm just letting you know that it's time to adjust your search. If you have not yet, it's a really good idea. For bidding wars, I know a lot of you were tired of bidding wars and have started sitting out buying, which I totally get. I would have been in the same position. But most properties that I've been viewing lately, and I've been out viewing a lot on the West Shore in Victoria, Up Island, they're not getting bidding wars anymore. Like, some are, some really, really nice ones are, but a lot of them are not. And so you're seeing failed bidding wars, and then they're just rolling the price at the low bidding war price. So, you know, they've priced purposefully low, and they're not actually relisting and raising the prices for the most part. They're just leaving it there. And in some cases, you're seeing a failed bidding war with multiple price reductions. So I'm not saying jump right in and buy, but if you see a property that you like, some of the properties I'm seeing, if they were listed in January of this year, they'd be selling for 1.1, and they're going for like 900. So keep your eyes out if you are interested in still finding your home to move into, because there are deals to be had for sure. And if you know me, you know that I'm not going to BS you or try and trick you into buying. Just telling it like it is. There's a lot of opportunity right now, and for subjects, so you can put your subjects in, subject to financing and inspection and all that, and you're still going to be able to negotiate. So it's pretty freaking awesome. So that's it for me, I think. I hope that helps. Yeah. Ooh, stop share. So I hope that helps. If you're wondering about the market, what it's doing, the interest rates did go up today, I think 0.5 point, 50 basis points. I want to say it's at, the prime rate is at 3.7% now. If you haven't talked to your mortgage broker and you've been sitting on the sidelines for a while, do go get your documents updated. Get that pre-approval updated. If you can get a rate hold, that would be fantastic. Even if you're not really ready to act, just be in touch, you know, just be prepared, because when you do see something you like, you might want to act on it, and then you don't want to be held up with that pre-approval again. It's pretty quick once you've done the initial pre-approval, but, you know, I'd be a fool not to say it. So, yeah, get in touch with your brokers and just say hi. I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's update my file. So yeah. I think that's it. I'm going to leave that for now. If you want to adjust your search, or you have any questions about the market, you know you can contact me. I'm always happy to help. If I haven't met you in person and you're on a search, do know that I love to go for coffee with people. I like to be in person more than the silly Zoom. So anytime, it's never a bother. Never, ever, ever. If you want to go out for just an exploratory tour, if you're just getting started in real estate as well, please let me know. And if you are clients that I get along with super well, book a showing so I can come see you, because I miss some of you guys. You guys have been sitting on the sidelines for so long. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. And any questions, feel free to email, call, or text. You know where to find me. Okay? Bye.